Hi guys, welcome back to another timeless reading. So today we are going to do another karma spread. A karma spread basically works on the concept of 6 cards, and this will also help you to determine what lessons you have learned in your past life, things that you need to avoid, and which helpful influences or energies will or are there to assist you. So if you look at these cards, there are 3 cards. Each and every one represents one group. So this one with the moss is group 1, okay, and then the rainbow is group 2, and the cave is group 3. So pause this video if you are not sure which one to choose, but choose the one that you feel that you resonate with more than the others. Otherwise, there's probably a message for you in one of the other ones as well. So I will see you in that group then. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Hi guys, welcome back to group 1. If you have been connected to this card, so we are just going to shift the cards as we go along. I have already, to save a little bit of time, drawn some cards, or were guided to draw a few cards for you. So the first thing that we are going to focus on is karma that still needs to be worked out. The Ten of Cups is something that, if we are going to look back at things that happened in the past, this is something that you might not have ever really got a grip on. So therefore it's very important to find the balance between spirituality and also the balance between the physical, mental, and the materialistic world. So this card is a guideline as to what is going to happen on, or what is going to help you on your quest. Let's just move that one to that side. Okay. The card here that you are seeing here, this card is incredibly important because this basically means that you are tougher than you can ever imagine. But it's incredibly important to be able to learn to adapt to all different types of circumstances. So things might have been a little bit rough for you, and it's very difficult to actually focus on your spiritual path if there are things that, or if you are carrying too many burdens around with you. And some advice will be given soon. So therefore, just remember that no matter what comes your way, it's a skill that one needs to learn to be able to adapt to anything. It doesn't matter how difficult. So let's just put that one there. Okay. And then the most important lesson in life that you need to learn is to be able to use the energies around you to help you to grow and expand. Listen to nature and earth more. Pay attention to the cycles of the moon. And also let go of the things that you do not want to hold on or carrying all the time with you. So this is a very important lesson in life. Okay, put that card to that side. Okay. Now, jasmine is very much related to spiritual growth or spiritual expansion. As you can see, this is actually a beautiful flower, It's got a very, very strong sense, but it will help you to connect with the inner side or your spiritual side. Okay, so let's just put that one there. And then past life lessons learned. You started to have a new approach to life, and you also learned the value of communication, integrity, and being ambitious. This card is all about thinking outside the box. You started with this in your previous lifetime. So therefore, all of these skills and traits have been carried over into this lifetime, and your level of energy was incredibly high. Another thing that you have realized or learned in your past life is that if you look at this card, there's a lot of landscapes here. There's a lot of which reminds you of earth, nature. One thing that you have learned is that there are always many possibilities. Sometimes when we are blinded to the truth, or when we close our eyes because we don't want to see, we cannot see those opportunities. So a past life lesson that is yet to be learned is that it's not only good enough to be able to work on something, it's not only good enough to dream about something, but one always needs to expand your horizons. Get out of the box, look outside of the box, and fly as high as an eagle. Okay? This card is incredibly important because this card is also telling you that once you can fly very, very high, you will also be able to see what you have missed before. So, a helpful influence. Let us just put that one right there. Let's start with this card. Helpful influences. First of all, the Eight of Cups. Are you unhappy with the present? Do you want to move on to something that is more fulfilling? Let go of the past. Embrace change. You are on a journey of self-discovery. So if you are in a job that no longer fulfill your needs or align with your goals, know that change can be very liberating. Your voice needs to be heard. It's time to look deeper, let go of disappointment, and even lack of courage. Okay, this is all helpful influences. So these are all basically things that you can do to make the path a little bit easier for yourself. Okay, the cicada is a symbol of rebirth, renewal, change. In ancient Greece and Rome, cicadas were sacred to Apollo. This is also a card of a good omen. Cicadas don't damage the environment. They are essential to the ecosystem, just like you are essential to make that change in the world and help others to grow. So I hope that this is building up or bringing a little bit of light inside your life. Okay. Now, the last card in the deck are things that you need to avoid because this is going to help you to get stuck here. This is going to help you to move forward just as long as you can remember that. So the 10 of Wands, are you feeling overwhelmed by all the new changes? Don't take on too much responsibility. Your well-being is incredibly important. Take care of yourself. Even though you have drive, ambition, you cannot risk your health for the quest of spiritual growth. Don't lose your focus. Don't allow the stresses of life to take you off your path. You've got this. Never forget that. You've always had this. So you know where you are supposed to go, and you also know what you are supposed to leave behind. Another thing that is important that you need to avoid is to not worry about spirituality, because this is going to open new doors for you. Being able to see deeper, to actually grow, takes time. This takes a long time. I mean, if I think about my journey, I've been on this journey for more than 8 years, and I'm still growing. But remember that if at any point, one or another, anybody puts pressure on you, regardless to your journey, regardless to spiritual development, just remember one thing. When we leave or when we reincarnate, everything that we have never focused on will be carried over into a next lifetime. And I bet that's definitely not what you want. I know it's difficult to go against the tide because I've been doing this for a very long time, and I totally understand. But you know what? The only person that kept me going was myself. So therefore, if you look at your whole card reading, I know that all of this is probably a little bit confusing. There's maybe a lot happening, and that's for a reason. Sometimes what we tend to not do is to not pay attention. You are capable of using other energies to get to where you want to be quicker. So therefore, remember who you are. Never forget why you actually came here. And I really hope that this reading is gonna give you some hope. And I will see you in one of my next readings. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Hi guys, welcome back to another timeless reading. So if you have chosen group 2, then this will be your reading. So let's start and see what is in store in your karma spread. Okay. How this deck basically work is we have got 6 different cards, but I've just added one extra for confirmation and to help you a little bit more. So the first one where we are going to start is basically karma that still needs to be worked out. So normally when one look at a rainbow, everybody loves rainbows, and they normally tend to show up after the rain, cleansing negative energy. So this card is all about finishing cycles that were left. There's much rare signs of good luck and hope, as well as prosperity in your future. However, all the issues of the past left undone can cause a temporary shift in different timelines, manifested that you might not want in your life. Okay? If any dark contracts have not been cut, dark energies not being removed, this can cause issues in the spiritual. This card is very much related to your crown chakra and throat chakra. So the next card we are going to have is basically the most important lesson in life or in your life. Don't assume that there are no illusions. Don't assume that this is the end. You are in a powerful position to change things far quicker than you can imagine. Diverse your powers. Hearing or learning what they are and how they can all affect you financially and in your spiritual timelines. The card at the bottom, this is very much a confirmation related to this card. Okay, this card is an indication that it's always better to actually look past what we think the way that things are and instead focus on what we can actually see. So let me just put these next to those. Okay, so our next card, past life lessons learned. Let's see. The High Priestess. You understood then that things are not what they seem to be. You learned the value of paying attention to your intuition and to trust your inner knowledge and knowing. You understood the meaning of remaining patient, to be honest with yourself and others. Your vast array of knowledge were your guide in your previous lifetime. As you can see, this card here, which is cedar tree. This tree is all about knowledge, knowing. Okay? So this is a confirmation of where you used to be and how you actually use that in that lifetime. So our next card, past life lessons yet to be learned. Okay. Normally when this card shows up, this card is very much related to the connection of air. This card only shows up in a deck when there are conflicts and battles within the mind. These are all related to Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Therefore, embrace change. Be willing to find solutions. Learn from all challenges. Know when to admit if you're wrong and say you're sorry. Try to not get carried away by the moment and focus on looking at things from a different perspective. Guys, I just want you to know one thing. I'm not being judgmental here. I know I've been on this journey a very, very long time, so I totally understand. Remember, things were different then. Our previous incarnation, they basically did things different. Okay, they did what they had to do to survive, to make money, and to make their mark in the world. And sometimes they actually make mistakes. Okay, so another lesson that is part of your past life and that can still be learned. Let go of negative thoughts cleansing the soul and mind. Ensure continuous flow of energy through the body and mind. The energy of water can assist you at this stage with healing and energy. Okay? So our next question is mainly, what influences can help you? Here's another water. Okay, so the energy of water is incredibly cleansing, because I just want to say I'm sorry for my dogs. I don't know why they are barking. So I'm trying to do the best to my ability that I can. So water is incredibly cleansing, and this also teaches us that we need to keep the energy flowing. So this is basically what influences are going to help you. Another thing that is important is to build a solid foundation, a foundation that nobody can knock down, because once you have done that, it's going to be far easier to continue this journey. Okay, and then let's have a look at our last two cards. Things to avoid. Okay, avoid being judgmental, avoid judging other people, try to understand why they do what they do, and try to help them in any possible way. If they are not spiritual people, then just let it be, because there are people that will be related to your energy. So another thing that you can, upside down, that can actually, or that you should avoid, is to resist, resist, um, resist change. Keep on doing what you are doing, and remember, it's those people that work the hardest that eventually think of ways to work the smartest. Um, just do your own thing, keep on going the way that you have been going on for such a long time, and remember that everybody around you, or the people that are trying to do what you are trying to do, they had to work very, very hard to actually get, but they were clever. They were thinking about rather working smarter than harder. And if you love what you do, it doesn't matter how many hours you actually put in, you will realize how important it is, because a year from now, 6 months from now, you will look back and you will say that you have done it, and you have done it with the help of all the energies. So I really appreciate you guys being with me today. I hope that this reading, even though it is a timeless reading, will bring some clarity in your life, and that this will help you on your journey forward. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 3. Welcome back if you have chosen this group. So, a karmic spread is basically very much related to your past. And sometimes when we don't learn certain lessons, they are carried over into our next incarnation. However, this can actually affect how you do things, how you think about things, and then other things which just don't make sense and you don't understand why. So, when we look at this card is all about the heart. This card is all about the heart and the unity of the self and ego. Caves are very much associated with passageways or portals to the underworld. make contact with the underworld forces and other powers of nature. Connect to spirituality. So this can actually take you to a place of peace, calmness, restoration, and serenity. So basically, when we start this reading, this first card is all about karma that still needs to be worked out. Okay, and as a confirmation, um, the star, the star is very much related to the connection of nature. Okay, the star is very much connected to the different energies, the different planets. So this is a time of preparation. Free yourself from slavery, bondage, and just let go. Learn that permanent change takes time, and the only way that we get the answers that we are seeking is to basically look for them. They are hidden for a reason, but they are actually in front of you. So when we look at, for example, the Four of Pentacles, this card is very much related to hoarding, not sharing, and yes, you had a lot of abundance in your previous lifetime. As you can see, card number 2, it's actually beautiful. So you have learned quite a few lessons and skills in that lifetime. Therefore, those might actually become very easy in this lifetime. So what you have learned then is to be grounded, structural, become stable, and to save for that rainy day. Just put those separate. So now the most important lesson in life currently is to remember the following. When you look at the wilderness, the wilderness reminds us to not only focus, prepare, test whatever comes along our way, and to become more independable. I mean, if you actually watch or have ever seen a movie and somebody just going to the wilderness, how do they actually learn to, do things for themselves? They just basically have to adapt to that specific changes. So this called the wilderness is all about learning to adapt, learning to throw away everything that you think you know and just give it over to source and become more spiritual. So all changes takes time. Sometimes we can't see it because it hasn't manifested in our lives, but if you have been working on yourself, then you will also know that it's not an easy journey. It's something that takes commitment all the time. So the past life lessons yet to be learned. Okay, let me just put that one there and that one there. The past life lessons yet to be learned is the following. if you look at this card, the volcano. Volcanoes are reminded to not hoard or store negative emotions, because this can erupt and also be the cause of health problems, sicknesses, bad luck, things like that. Express and let go of all anger, anxiety, and emotional pressures. This is very much related or can cause inner conflict. Okay? So if you actually look at that card, the Eight of Swords, even though you learned a few valuable skills and lessons, you were trapped and never learned to let go of self-imposed limitations. Maybe some victim mentality, and was imprisoned by your own mind or your own false paradigms and beliefs. Release all self-imposed limitations or feelings of being trapped. Look at life from a new perspective, and you might find that there are more possibilities than you thought before. So, some of the cards might resonate with you, but just keep in mind, I just want to move those. Just keep in mind that these are all timeless readings, so take whatever resonates with you and lovingly leave the rest. So, helpful influences. Helpful influences basically mean what can help you at the stage of your life. So, what can actually help you is to connect with different types of energies. The reason for that is, as this is a journey, you're not going to get the road map written out. You basically discover it as you go along. So therefore, if you are not sure where to go, just release all those things and then remember to let that energy flow. Remember to let go of all those self-imposed beliefs, but also remember that just like oceans and rivers flow, let your energy flow. Connect with water, connect with air, but always keep yourself grounded. And then things that are very important that you need to avoid, because this is going to basically bring you back to this, and this is what we want to avoid. So something that you need to avoid is to detach yourself from the ones that love you. Do not detach from who you actually are, because your soul can tell you what abilities you have and where you need to go next. So that's incredibly important. Do not detach from yourself or from the ones that want to help you, because those people have been there. They have been on that journey a very, very long time. Always stay focused and connect with your life force. That's incredibly important, because that is what is going to set everything in motion. And that is also what is going to help you to release the things from the past, so that they will no longer bind you. So I really hope that this meaning brought some clarity in your life, and I'll see you guys in my next reading. Thank you guys. Bye bye.